National Archives Month, also a proclamation, and that will be presented by our city recorder, Scott Stoffer, and the Milwaukee Historical Society's Greg Hemer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and City Council, for once again pausing to recognize National Archives Month. I'll ask Greg to give a presentation here in a moment, but a little housekeeping. We have a very strong state archives here in Oregon, based down in the capital in Salem. And although restricted because of COVID-19 restrictions, there are still Archive Month celebrations happening. Tomorrow, October 7th, is Ask an Archivist Day, and there's a hashtag you can follow on, hashtag Ask an Archivist, and there'll be different national societies and chapters of state archives answering questions. And then on October 9th, Friday, is e-records day. A big part of where we are in the 21st century with archives is digitalizing and making records electronic. So it's a day to recognize that. And I'll just say, I am honored to be a community archivist and to work for our city and our community. And one thing that's really come home, I hope it was expressed in our proclamation every time, Mr. Mayor, but archives is about collecting our shared history and our stories. And it's clear that a lot of the stories have not been collected and told. And part of the charge that we've had, but maybe not recognized, is to make sure that those voices are captured, those voices that we can find traditions from, and what records are left to us that we can gather and include in our common story. So that's the mission I see for our city recorder's office. And I know that those sentiments are shared by others in our region and the Historical Society. So thank you for this opportunity to recognize that. And Greg, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Scott. And I'm going to share one little archival piece that I found out the other day. So Reverend Rockwood, who was the leader of the First Congregational Church, which still stands on 32nd and Van Water Avenue. His wife is the one that actually was the first one to plot Ardenwald. He is actually memorialized. He was a Union pastor for the 8th Regiment of the Colored Army, and he is memorialized on the African American Civil War Museum plaque A20, I believe it is, A220. And so he is recognized there. So we find out new stories every single day. This is one that we just kind of connected a couple of weeks ago. So that is part of the Ardenwald's adventure story, and that is highlighted in there, which I'll be talking about soon. So, Mr. Mayor, City Council, City staff, and fellow residents, Milwaukee Historical Society, owners and operators of Milwaukee Museum, located at 3737 Southeast Adams Street, and closed until February because of coronavirus, celebrates along with our wonderful partners, City of Milwaukee Archival Month. Over the last year, Milwaukee Historical Society has had challenges, but also successes. We had 75 people to our Black History celebration at Ledding Library. We have done some replenishing of our grounds and have taken the opportunity to work on projects behind the scenes that we could not do if we were open. We have been working closely with Clackamas County Heritage Council on special projects as well. We look forward to the future as the organization grows and residents of Milwaukee celebrate not only the great present of today, but our important history, not only in the state, but the nation. Our city recorder's office is second to none. Scott, Hannah, and Amy spent countless hours preserving our city's records based on your decisions. Milwaukee Historical Society strives not only to complement the work of the city recorder's office, but relays the stories of people, cultures, businesses, and events that shape Milwaukee not only from the past, but the present of today. We enjoy our relationship with City Recorder's Office and the ease of working together to share information and provide each other with platforms to distribute the information to our residents. We know today archives are so much more than documents, but the information provided from social media to video recordings to even the written word. Milwaukee Museum houses the world's largest collection of artifacts, photographs, and documents about Milwaukee, Oregon, although the city may be close. Our collection has countless artifacts related to the past of Milwaukee, and our Claire Kuppenbetter Research Library has countless documents and photos of the days gone by. Soon, Ardenwald Adventures, an interactive walk around Ardenwald neighborhood, will be available on our website. Just like Lots Loop, it features stories at certain stops that you can find by using your mobile device. Even though Milwaukee Museum is second to none, we have taken strides to ensure our archives will be viewable and accessible to the public in a comprehensive way. In 2019, we created a collections committee led by Mark Hurlbert, our curator, with Jesse Tremblay and Haley McCoy. They created a new policy for archiving, donating, and preserving our collection into a simpler computerized system where the public will benefit from seeing more of our collection. They will create traveling trunks where artifacts can be displayed at public venues, not only for the residents to enjoy, but also making sure that by leaving the museum, the artifacts will be accounted for and ensured they will be preserved for future generations. We have also created a home history program. For a nominal fee, we'll do research on your home, providing you with information of past owners from DLC to current occupants. The documented research provides home occupants the history and a real-life connection to their homes past. One of you may have received this wonderful document and appreciate the hard work and dedication the information provides. 2020 was the best year ever. Well, at least for archival history. It is very rare when you look at a year in review and see that any single event had an impact on the future. Well, 2020 has, and probably still, will provide historic moments. We all know COVID has changed our year and our lives. Opening our beautiful lending library, which happened in January. I know it's been a long time, but it happened in January. And we had Milwaukee's largest sit-in at Milwaukee Bay Park, speaking about racial equality. And for the first time, City of Milwaukee has people of color running for city council. We are also trying to complete our archives. Milwaukee Museum is still working on our project entitled Milwaukee 2023. Milwaukee 2023 will help us celebrate the 120th anniversary of our city's incorporation. The project's objective is to collect oral histories from the older generations or generational families from past decades that may be lost by time. By the time of Milwaukee's 120th birthday, Milwaukee 2023 will have captured these stories, either written or videoed, and will create a presentation as a story about Milwaukee. Please let us know. Email us at milwaukee2023@gmail.com. As you can see, our archives mean a lot to preserving our city's history, whether it's recorded history from the City Recorder's Office or from Milwaukee Historical Society. Preserving these records benefit not only ourselves today, but to future generations of Milwaukee. Now, Mayor Gamba, if you could please read the proclamation.
Mayor, you're muted.
Sorry, too many things on my desktop. I can't see that. One minor correction. If I'm not mistaken, there was a Black woman on council probably about 15 years or so ago. Other than that, excellent presentation. Thank you.
Sorry about that. I will reprimand the City Recorder's Office who gave me bad information.
All right. Whereas preserving the story of a place and the people who dwell there in any given moment is essential to understanding a community and how it came to be. And whereas the story of a community can only be complete when all voices and perspectives are heard and included in the shared history of a place and its people. And whereas civic and community archives seek to collect and preserve the documents, tales, traditions, and voices of those who came before us. And whereas civic and community archives could not exist without professionals and volunteers who work tirelessly to preserve the voices of a community. And whereas Milwaukee's shared history is carefully preserved by the Office of the City Recorder and the Milwaukee Historical Society, who recommend the proclaiming of National Archives Month as a reminder that the events of yesterday and today must be documented to better inspire a more perfect future for all residents of our community. regardless of age, race, gender, orientation, income, or beliefs. Now, therefore, I, Mark Gamba, the Mayor of the City of Milwaukee, a municipal corporation of the County of Clackamas in the state of Oregon, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2020 as National Archives Month in the hope that all voices may be appreciated, recorded, and preserved for the betterment of all.